Hey there, my name is Doug Alley and I'm the Critter Guy, and today I'm going to give you some tips on one of the things that I get asked about the most, and that is how do you take care of rats and mice and other rodents living in your homes. And what I almost always tell everybody to use Tomcat rodenticide. The active ingredient is going to be bromoethylene. It's in a red and white bucket. You want to be careful because Tomcat also has a yellow bucket. And basically what it is it's these chunks here. Each one of these chunks has the potential to kill 12 mice. And I always tell people that if you've got kids or pets around, you want to use a bait station. And that's about the size comparison with the bucket of bromoethylene. This bucket will fill 8 of these bait stations. And here's how these bait stations work. So inside you can see they've got a little tunnel and kind of like a maze, and they go to these rods inside here. There are 4 of these rods, and when I say that you can completely fill one of these 8 times, this is by using 3 blocks. So that is completely full. That's way more than you'll ever need. I always just use 4 blocks each, and that'll go a lot further. And this stuff smells really good. It's very sweet based. And so what happens is the rodent goes in through this little hole here, comes along the maze and inside, and gets at the poison. And when it eats that, it's usually dead within 12 hours. Now, it doesn't die in here. It dies in its den somewhere. Then you just close the top. I'm doing this one-handed because I'm holding the phone, but you can see it's got these 2 little tabs that lock into place, so it doesn't easily open until you push these tabs in. And then further, it's got a little hole right here, and another one on the other side. Okay, so what you can do with that is get a little hex head screw in here, and that's in here somewhere. There it is. That goes right in this hole. Okay. I typically don't bother with that. I just take a zip tie and I come up through this hole here. And that is secure. Nothing's going to get in there. Okay, so now raccoon can reach in there and not get anything. Dog can stick its tongue in there and not get anything. It can be picked up and flipped over and everything. Now see, another thing you have here, and I should have showed you before I sealed it, you got this hole right here, okay? That's in the very center of the box, and it does go all the way through the box. What you can do, if you're doing it like in a garage or in a barn or something like that, or even if you just want to get like a piece of plywood or a plank, you can screw that right into that piece of wood or flooring or plank or whatever, and then, you know, even a dog or kids or whatever aren't going to be able to pick that up and get at anything inside there. These are very, very secure. You see them at places like grocery stores and schools and churches and hotels and restaurants. So this is loaded. Shaking it around, and that is a secure bait station. If I were to stand on this, I'm a big boy, I weigh 315 pounds. I could actually stand on this, and the only thing that would happen is I would drive the rods up in through here. It would still be secure. It won't crack. It's very, very hard plastic. Now, the next thing that people worry about with these rodenticides is what's called secondary poisoning. They're worried about it getting further up the food chain, okay? That is why the main ingredient is very, very important, bromethylene, okay? Most of the rodenticides on the market are going to be blood thinner based, okay? They interfere with, some of them interfere with the body's processing of vitamin K, I think. I don't know. I haven't done a lot of research on that. I just know that it's not a good thing. And then there's the Coumadin and warfarin and other blood thinners that are used. Those are the ones that are causing problems. These rodents go out and they find a little bit of it and they eat it and they don't feel good, and it doesn't kill them, okay? But it also doesn't pass out of their bodies either. It builds up into their fatty tissues and their organs, okay? And so what happens then is, over their lifetime, they eat this, and their litter mates and their den mates, they all eat these baits, and they're all walking around with it in their bodies. That's when your foxes or your hawks or your owls or whatever come down and they eat it, and they may eat an entire colony that have been dosed with these blood thinner based rodenticides, and now it's building up in their bodies as well, because it doesn't pass out of their bodies either, okay? Bromethylene is a neurotoxin. It is very, very fast acting. Like I said, one block will kill up to 12 mice. But we got, well, he's under the car in the shade. We got Henry down here. According to the Poison Control Center, he would have to fully 15 of these blocks before it would be fatal for him. Okay, that's quite a lot. He's not going to want to eat that many. So it's not gonna affect him. Let's say that a hawk or an owl or whatever does manage to get one of these rodents that have eaten the bromethylene. Well, first of all, they didn't eat very much. The rodent didn't eat very much. It's just simply not possible. They're little. So whatever amount that this hawk or fox or owl or whatever is going to pick up is going to be much, much smaller than a lethal dose. And the other important thing is, it does not build up in their organs or their fatty tissue. It completely passes through the body in 6 weeks or less, usually much less. So they may have a few neurological issues that are temporary. They may act drunk, or they may even, in large consumption cases, have tremors or seizures even. But they're certainly not going to build up a lethal dose in their body over a period of time, and it's not going to have any long-term effects on them. Most of these rodents are going to die in their dens. Yes, that means they're going to die in your walls, and yes, that means it's going to stink. But this is the most efficient. This is the most efficient way that I know of to take care of rodents. I've been telling people about this for as long as I've known about it, for probably close to 10 years. I use it in my own home. I get people stopping me in the grocery stores. I get people stopping me in Walmart and even on the street and telling me how thankful they are that I told them about this stuff, because it is going to solve your problems in 2 weeks or less. And when I say less, I usually mean about 48 hours. It works that quickly and that efficiently. So if you've got a problem with rodents, head on over to your local farm supply store.